Tonight on Fox 10 Investigates with a major update on an investigation we brought you last summer.
A Tempe hotel property being used as a treatment center for people battling addictions without a license, putting lives in danger. Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum joins us live in studio months after revealing how this company was investigated by multiple state agencies.
John, Christina, our report on NewFound Hope LLC is one of many we've covered through the sober living crisis. The company, I'm told, has been one of the more challenging behavioral health providers for the Department of Health for about half of last year. DHS found several deficiencies leading to 7 citations and a costly fine due to a specific hotel not licensed to provide care for vulnerable people. We learned last month NFH surrendered licenses for 2 facilities they own. Last August, we confronted the owner of NewFound Hope, Dennis Artilis. His detox clinic in Tempe is still suspended by Access, Arizona's Medicaid agency, over allegations of Medicaid fraud. Last May, Arizona's Department of Health Services ordered NewFound Hope to cease and desist operating a hotel property that housed nearly 100 patients in recovery. Documents obtained from DHS says NewFound Hope operated an unlicensed treatment center, transporting vulnerable people battling addictions to its licensed rehab center. But NFH still continued to occupy the hotel on North Scottsdale Road near the Loop 202 while appealing the cease and desist. Are you guys still operating right now?
Yes, we are.
So despite the cease and desist, do you feel like DHS is in the wrong here?
Yes.
At the same time, the state already notified NFH of the intent to revoke its licensing. Just days after our conversation with Artilis, NewFound Hope entered settlement negotiations with the Department of Health.
They were not forthcoming with information when we initiated the investigation, which really caused us to want to look closer at the records.
Katrina Trinchera is the Deputy Bureau Chief of Medical Facilities Licensing at DHS. She visited what her team identified as a decommissioned Ramada last May and tells us NewFound Hope leadership initially denied access for the unannounced inspection.
Patients had documentation of active detox when they were residing at the hotel, and patients that were detoxing off of alcohol, other types of substances, which could lead to serious injury or death.
That's a problem. In our previous reporting on NewFound Hope, former employees told us people were allowed to drink and there was a lack of supervision in the hotel where kids also lived. Sources say the facility size meant higher volume and more patients to bill Access for. Fox 10 obtained financial records from the state's Medicaid agency revealing NewFound Hope was paid nearly $13 million from May 2021 until payments were suspended in February of 2023. NFH is accused of failing to follow medical documentation guidelines, providing services without clinical oversight, and excessive billing. Months after the suspension, we watched activity at the unlicensed hotel facility multiple times, clearly still operating while fighting the license revocation process.
We were just not able to, through those settlement negotiations, confidently understand that this facility was going to be able to continue providing quality care.
Recently, NewFound Hope and the Department of Health agreed to a settlement. NFH voluntarily surrendered licensing for 2 locations, the outpatient treatment center and counseling center owned by the company. Anyone connected to NewFound Hope's LLC is now prohibited from applying for a healthcare institution license or sober living home license for 2 years. But when we returned to the Tempe hotel several months later, we still saw several white vans parked and people who appeared to be staying at the property. NewFound Hope has not responded to our request for comment. Last August, after an appeal hearing, an administrative law judge ordered the suspension to remain in effect until Access determines there is insufficient evidence of fraud. We reached out to the attorney representing NewFound Hope as they now appeal the suspension in the lower court.
The agent testified on cross-examination that there was no evidence of intent to defraud, and yet the hearing officer still found that there was a credible allegation of fraud. So I don't know how they can reconcile those 2 things.
Ashley Adams tells me from her knowledge, NFH is no longer operating facilities. Meantime, Trinchera says her team is actively addressing the issue of unlicensed rehab and treatment facilities across the state.
We can't allow this to happen in our community. You know, the department has so much leverage, and I do think with more statutes and more rules, maybe more restrictions on being able to qualify for a license will absolutely help, but those things take time.
DHS says there has been an uptick in complaints for unlicensed rehab homes and facilities, even saying NewFound Hope's case is an example of how these providers try to do business on a much larger scale. But again, this hotel, as you saw, was not licensed for any treatment.
Justin, so what is the Department of Health doing to follow up on this?
Yeah, so the DHS officials can't just go knock on a door and say, hey, we're coming to check on you guys right now and see if these violations are not being had. Complaints are key. So if people see something, say something, and I'm told that the Department of Health is monitoring this situation and will hold NewFound Hope accountable if there are any new additional violations.
This is now the biggest financial scandal in the history of Arizona. They're talking about this cost taxpayers $2 billion. Are lawmakers doing anything to fix this whole thing?
As we know, Governor Hobbs, in her State of the State in 2024 to kick off the year, brought up a package of bills to be introduced to crack down on all the Medicaid fraud and unlicensed sober living. We actually spoke to a state senator today, and we're going to have more coverage soon of a new Senate bill aiming to crack down on unlicensed sober living homes that have popped up across the valley over the last few years, and really have been like ghost facilities popping in and out in the state. So we'll have more coverage on that soon.
Despite all of this attention, do we think there's still unscrupulous sober living homes operating right now?
This is definitely still happening.
Wow.
We just spoke to
That's
the Arizona
shameful.
Attorney General earlier this year, and she says this is just scratching the surface of this investigation.
Wow. It's hard to imagine.
Great work, Justin. Okay, we'll keep on top of it. Justin Lum tonight. Thank you.